Let me hit you with something real. Do you ever feel like you're not enough? Not because of who you are, but because someone else seems further ahead? Like you're busting your ass in this race, grinding, pushing, showing up. But every time you look around, someone's always faster, smarter, better looking, richer, more admired, more followed, more everything. Yeah, I know that feeling. We all do. You open up social media and it slaps you in the face. Some guy's on a yacht. Some dude's getting the award. Another's got the shredded physique, the girl, the car, the life you've only dreamed about. And in seconds, your energy drops, your fire dims, your confidence takes a hit. But let me set the record straight, right now. Comparison is killing your potential. It's robbing you of your focus. It's stealing your drive. And worst of all, it's making you forget who the hell you are. If you don't cut that habit, if you don't kill that mindset, you're going to waste your life sitting on the sidelines watching other people live their story while you ignore the power in your own. So let's flip the script. Let's talk man to man. Let's reset your mindset. Let's take back control. And let's build something so real, so undeniable, that one day you're the one people are looking at, but you're too locked in to even notice. Let's start with a truth most people don't want to admit. We all compare. Even the strongest of us, even the most focused, even the most successful. It's almost automatic. You open your phone, you see someone your age crushing it, driving the car you want, living in the city you dream about, wearing the life you thought you'd have by now. And that little voice kicks in, why not me? Why am I not there yet? What am I doing wrong? And suddenly, your peace gets hijacked, your confidence starts leaking, and your path, it starts to blur under the weight of someone else's highlight reel. But here's what most people forget, and what you need to remember. You weren't built to be them. You weren't meant to follow their path. You weren't designed to match their pace. You weren't made to carry their story. Your journey was never supposed to look like theirs. See, every time you start looking sideways, comparing your life, your results, your progress, you're not just distracting yourself, you're sabotaging yourself. Because you can't chase your purpose while watching someone else's footsteps. And let's be real, comparison is a silent killer. It doesn't scream, it whispers, and it whispers lies, like you're behind, like you're not enough, like you'll never catch up. That's how it works. It doesn't destroy you all at once. It steals your drive slowly. It chips away at your ambition, your belief, your energy, one toxic thought at a time. Comparison is a mental prison, and you're the one building it. You build it when you scroll through someone else's wins and think they somehow subtract from your own worth. But here's the hard truth. You can't chase greatness and envy at the same time. You can't climb if you keep looking sideways. You can't evolve if you're obsessed with where someone else is standing. And if you're not careful, you'll wake up one day and realize you spent more time watching other people's lives than building your own. You'll realize you weren't running toward your goals, you were running toward theirs. And that's the fastest way to lose who you are, to lose your fire, to lose your edge. Listen, the man who wins in life, he's not the one chasing every trend. He's not the one trying to be the next somebody. He's the one who locks in, eyes forward, tunnel vision, all in on his own blueprint. Because he knows comparison will always be a trap. But discipline, focus, and self-respect, that's how you break out of it. That's how you rise. That's how you win. You weren't born to be second-rate version of someone else. You were born to be the first and only you. And the moment you stop chasing their story, you give yourself permission to finally write your own. Look, I get it. You're out here grinding in silence, doing the work, taking the hits, trying to hold it together while the world keeps spinning fast, and somehow everyone else seems to be winning. You see their stories, their posts, their smiles. They're launching businesses. They're getting into relationships. They're traveling, leveling up, showing off, moving forward. And you're just trying to get through the damn day, trying to stay focused, trying not to break, trying to believe that your time is coming, even when everything says otherwise. And it feels like you're behind, right? Like you're missing something, like you're doing something wrong. But let me break that lie right now. You're not behind. You're just in a different chapter. You're comparing your raw, unfiltered reality to someone else's highlight reel. They're showing you the trailer. You're living through the whole movie. And what they don't show you, the sleepless nights, the anxiety, the self-doubt, the broken pieces they hide under perfect captions. But you're out here building something real, something that lasts, something with substance. And yeah, it takes longer, it's harder, it's quieter, but that's the process that builds a man. Listen to me, growth isn't always Instagrammable. It's not always pretty. It's not about aesthetics, it's about endurance. It's not about applause, it's about grit. The truth is, you can either chase approval or chase greatness, but you can't chase both. And let's be real, most people are addicted to looking like they're ahead, but you're addicted to the climb, to the grind, to the mission. You're not flexing, you're forging, you're not performing, you're preparing, you're not showing off, you're showing up every single day. That's the difference. And I know it's tempting to rush, to want to skip ahead to the good parts, to finally be where they are. But hear this. Fast success is often fragile success. Anybody can shine for a moment, but only the disciplined shine forever. So if you're still in the trenches right now, good. That's where warriors are made. That's where character is built. That's where boys become men. You see, people who get things easy never learn how to hold them. They never learn how to protect what they build because they never bled for it. But you're bleeding, you're breaking, you're becoming, and that matters more than you know. So let them run their race, let them post, let them brag, let them rush, because you're not chasing speed, you're building power. You're not copying their chapter, you're writing your own story. And trust me, when your chapter hits, it's going to hit different because it'll be real. It'll be earned. It'll be undeniable. So stop looking sideways. Stop measuring your path against theirs. Their chapter is not your chapter. Their timing is not your timing. Their story is not your story. And you don't need to be them because you're becoming something they'll never be. So keep walking, keep working, keep rising. Because this chapter right now, the one that feels heavy, the one filled with pain and pressure and silence, this is the chapter that changes everything. Let them watch, let them doubt, let them scroll. You've got work to do. Your book isn't finished. And when your chapter drops, they'll understand why you took your time. You have to turn comparison into power. Let me tell you something most people will never say. Comparison isn't the problem. Weakness is. Comparison didn't break you. Your response did. It's not what you see in others. It's what you tell yourself about it. You scroll past that guy who's shredded, disciplined, built like a machine, and instead of saying, I can do that too, you whisper, I'll never be like that. And just like that, you give up your power. You hand it over. You surrender. But not anymore. Because today, you take it back. Comparison isn't your enemy. It's your edge. It's the gut check that says, you're capable of more, so why aren't you doing it? When you see someone winning, dominating, rising, don't shrink. Stand up straighter. Don't scroll away. Stare harder. Instead of getting jealous, get curious. What's his routine? What's his discipline like? What did he sacrifice that I'm still clinging to? Instead of letting envy eat you alive, let it wake something up inside of you. Because men who win, They don't compare and crumble. They compare and compete. They see someone ahead of them and think, good, now I know it's possible. Time to catch up. That's the warrior mindset. That's how kings are made. You think successful men sit around getting jealous? No. They study, they watch, they figure out the patterns, they take notes. Then they put their heads down and execute like savages. They know something you've forgotten. Success leaves footprints. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just follow the tracks and start running. But let's get real. Most people would rather complain about where they are than climb to where they want to be. Not you, not anymore. You're done watching from the sidelines. You're done letting someone else's progress make you feel small. From now on, their progress is your fuel. Their success is your strategy guide. Their highlight reel, that's your training footage. This is it, your test, your moment. You've got two choices. You can be the guy who scrolls online, sees someone winning and says, must be nice, bitter, jealous, waiting for something to happen, or you can be the one who builds it, brick by brick. Early mornings, late nights, no applause, no shortcuts, no handouts, just work. Here's what you need to understand. The men you admire, they weren't chosen, they weren't lucky, they were disciplined. They showed up when no one cared. They trained while everyone else was distracted. They kept going when others gave up. They didn't get there by chance, they earned it. And so can you. But first, stop seeing them as your competition. Start seeing them as proof. Proof that it's possible. Proof that greatness isn't reserved for the lucky, it's built by the focused. And if you're willing to lock in and level up, you'll become the proof too. Stop worshiping other people's lives. Stop drowning in comparison like it's quicksand. You're not some helpless spectator. You're a contender. You're a threat, but only if you act like it. So every time that comparison kicks in, don't run from it. Stand in it. Face it. Use it. Use it to grind harder, to train longer, to study deeper, to rise sharper, to build something no one can ignore. Turn comparison into discipline. Turn it into fire. Turn it into the version of you that wakes up early, trains hard, works smart, and refuses to settle. Because the goal isn't to match them, it's to surpass them, to beat your past, to build a future that makes people compare to you. So from this point on, the rule is simple. Don't waste time wishing. Start investing in becoming. You don't get stronger by watching. You get stronger by building, by bleeding, by becoming the man they never saw coming. Turn comparison into power, and power into legacy. You have to build the life they'll compare themselves to. You're not here to compete with the guy next to you. You're not here to keep up. You're not here to blend in, to play small, or to live someone else's version of success. You're here to create, to build, to carve out a life so real, so raw, so powerful, it can't be ignored. Let them talk, let them doubt, let them flex. Because while they're trying to impress people who don't matter, you're building something that actually does. You're building something that lasts. See, most people live on autopilot. They wake up, follow the crowd, stay safe, stay average, but not you. You've got that fire, that spark, that voice in your gut that says, there's more in me. I was made for more than this. And you're right, this isn't about being loud, it's about being solid. It's not about having attention, it's about having respect. You don't need to shout. You don't need to show off. Because when you're the real deal, your presence is louder than their words. You're not the guy chasing trends. You're the guy building foundations. You're not here to copy. You're here to build the original. And it starts in the shadows, when no one's clapping, when nobody sees the grind. When it's just you, the dark, the doubt, and the decision to keep going. That's where greatness is born. That's where men are made. Because every day you're stacking bricks, one more rep, one more page, one more hour, not for attention, but for your future. You want to be unstoppable? You want to walk into any room and command respect without saying a word? Then do the work no one else is willing to do, every damn day. Because there's no shortcut to self-respect, no elevator to legacy, no handout for power. You earn it. And when you start moving like that, when you walk with discipline, when you speak with purpose, when your actions are louder than your flexes, you start to shift. You start to lead. You stop chasing and start attracting. You're not comparing yourself to them. They're comparing themselves to you, because now you're the one they study. Now you're the one they wonder about. Now you're the one who went quiet and came back unrecognizable. You didn't post it. You didn't beg for applause. You just showed up. Relentless, precise, focused, unbreakable. That's how you build a life they'll compare themselves to. Not by noise, not by gimmicks, but by being dangerously consistent. By being disciplined when it's boring, gritty when it's hard, calm when it's chaotic. You don't need to be liked. You need to be respected. And real respect doesn't come from pleasing people. It comes from becoming something they can't ignore. So forget the shortcuts. Forget their opinions. Forget the crowd. Go deeper. Go harder. Go all in on the vision, on the mission, on you. Build the mindset. Build the habits. Build the legacy. And watch how the same people who used to look down on you start looking up, start wondering, start copying moves they never understood. Because you didn't chase their world, you built your own. You don't need a crown to be king, you just need to command your space like one, with quiet confidence, with ruthless consistency, with zero apologies. This is your time, not to compete, but to completely dominate in your own lane. So build it, the life, the discipline, the fire. Build the life they'll compare themselves to, and make damn sure they can't even come close.